The objective or conscious mind is the mind of the senses. It learns from books, persons, experience, and experiments. It reasons on things learned and on thoughts received from a variety of sources, and having passed judgment, rejects some things as error and accepts others as truth. Things considered to be truth are passed down into the subconscious mind to add to its existing store of memory and experiences. Whatever is passed to the subconscious mind becomes translated into action. Accordingly, if negative thoughts are entertained, then immediately physical changes take place in the body, which are simply these thoughts being translated into action by the subconscious mind. Negative thoughts produce negative action and attract more negative thoughts as well as people of a similar character. In contrast, positive thoughts produce positive action, attract more positive thoughts as well as positive people. There's a law running through the universe, which is that like attracts like, and the operation of this law is unalterable. Think negative thoughts, and you will without doubt attract others just as negative, which will help to drag you down. If a person thinks negative thoughts, they will become negative in word and deed. In the same way, if you entertain thoughts of failure, if you doubt your ability to succeed, if you feel that circumstances will arise that will swamp your business, then you will attract streams of failure thoughts which will help to keep success away. Not only so, but you will attract other people of a similar nature whose pessimism will help to complete your uneasiness. Like always attracts like. Therefore, unsuccessful people always drift together, just as men of a successful type always draw to themselves others of the same type of mind. Birds of a feather flock together has behind it an established law. It is the same law that makes it impossible to think or fear sickness, disease, or ill health without drawing streams of thoughts of a similar nature which cause certain cells to vibrate in the subconscious mind and consequently produce disease. And not only by so thinking do you produce disease, but you also attract diseased people to you who help by their diseased mental outlook to make your illness become more firmly seated. The reverse is of course equally true. If you entertain pure and positive thoughts, you will attract thoughts of a similar kind from the universe and be strengthened and blessed. By the same law, you will attract other people of lofty minds who will assist you in your upward climb. If you entertain beautiful thoughts, you will draw to yourself a constant stream of thoughts of a like nature, and you will attract to yourself friends of a noble and inspiring character. In the same way, if you allow thoughts of success only to be held in the mind and chase away all thoughts of failure, you will attract to yourself a full measure of successful thoughts. These will strengthen your determination and inspire you to greater effort. By the same law, you will also attract to yourself men and women of a successful type of mind. You will find yourself sought after by successful people, and they will bring with them opportunities for more abundant success. Again, if you will only think thoughts of health and perfection, and kill by denial all thoughts of disease, if you will raise yourself into your perfect world of mind, and realize that there is no such thing as sickness, illness, ill health, or disease, but that instead there is only infinite perfection and abounding health. Then not only will health manifest itself in your body, but you will also attract to yourself happy, radiant, healthy-minded, and healthy-bodied people who will inspire and help you in every department of your life. Therefore, you will readily see how important it is that only the right type of thought should be allowed to enter the subconscious mind. The will and the conscious mind stand like soldiers at the door of the subconscious mind. To them is given the important task of deciding what will or what will not enter. The attitude of mind of the average person is not inspiring. It does not suggest success. It expresses at best only a passive acceptance of life. It takes like, as it is, things as they come. It is rare to meet a person who is conscious that they are master of their fate, the captain of their soul. Then how do we escape the deadening, destroying mental atmosphere that suggests negativity to us? First, you must, in habit of thought, separate yourself from the crowd. You must shut out the pessimistic belief in circumstances, weak failure, low type of thoughts altogether, and live in an entirely different world, the inner world of your own creative thought. This is not to say to look down on others, for nothing could be more destructive to the whole. What is meant is to socialize with others, and while holding yourself proof against low and weak types of thought, seek to raise their minds with your own positive suggestions. When a friend talks as though failure were a possibility in his life, suggest instead that success is coming his way. When people are sad, try to cheer them with hopeful suggestions. When they look on the dark side of life, show them the bright side. Strive to cheer people up, suggest that all is positive, and resolutely refuse to accept the suggestions of their minds. Service to mankind is one of the most rewarding things we can do. When we lift others up, we lift ourselves, as well as all that is. Therefore, socialize with others. They are your brothers and sisters. Intend to do all the good that you can, but continually cleanse your mind and thoughts and build up your character and life and circumstances with positive affirmations. Second, everything that you read and watch must be examined and criticized. You must remember that books, papers, magazines, televisions, and movies, unless you consciously prevent them, will convey random suggestions to your subconscious mind and in the course of time become translated into action. If you will read books written by lofty minds and take in information that is positive and motivating, you will receive thoughts that inspire and strengthen you. This is why it is so important to choose your reading and watching wisely. Do not accept as truth all that you read and see. Refuse resolutely to accept any idea that is not in agreement with your conception of life. All ideas of man being the puppet of powers outside of himself, of being the sport of fate and the victim of circumstances, must be rigorously rejected. All that tends to strengthen the truth that all things are delivered into your hands and that you have the power to conquer both yourself and all difficulty and consequently make your life sublime, all that tends to strengthen this mental attitude should be accepted. The will and conscious mind stand at the gate. By them you must examine every thought, every suggestion. Hold everything up and examine it in the light of your knowledge, and if it cannot stand this searching test, release it from you. You can never be successful if you allow thoughts of weakness or failure or fear to enter your subconscious mind. The one great outstanding characteristic that distinguishes successful men from the unsuccessful is their absolute belief and faith in their own ability to succeed. Thoughts of failure or fear never enter the minds of truly successful men. If you examine the character of any great and truly successful man, you will find his dominating characteristic absolute faith in his own success, and with it, an entire absence of fear or weakness. Accordingly, it is certain that you can achieve any success you wish if you don't allow doubt and fear to enter your mind. It is only when by mind control you have cast out fear and doubt that you can enter the path that leads to success. Some people are successful and are not conscious of the laws which govern success. They unconsciously work according to law by instinct rather than knowledge. It is because they are naturally people of large faith and unfailing courage that they have become successful. In order to succeed, we must have large faith and unfailing courage, faith in the power within, and a courage that is born of knowledge. This places a person on the same footing as that of any other successful person. In fact, those aware of universal laws are better equipped than the naturally successful man because possessing this type of knowledge enables the avoidance of many errors that may occur through ignorance of those laws. In your daily life, you must close your eyes to all suggestions which are antagonistic to your knowledge. What you affirm in your perfect mental world is later and sometimes instantaneously manifested in your material world. An affirmation has been described as a statement of truth consciously used so as to become the directing power of life's expression. This is a good and true definition. Scientists will tell you that the submerged mind of man acts only upon suggestion. So powerful is the hidden mind, and so subject is it to suggestion, that we have in affirmations a weapon of extraordinary power for good, and in negative suggestion, a terrible power for evil. When we use affirmations, we make statements of truth, which, if repeated often enough, will sink down into the recesses of mind and become part of our very life. It will galvanize the hidden forces of our mind into activity and guide them into the path of achievement. It is by affirmations, then, that each person has the ability to control themselves, build up their character, and shape their own destiny. As a consequence, there is a new outlook on life, new actions and demeanors, new attractions of different types of people and circumstances. By affirmations, we have the ability to make ourselves proof against harmful suggestions and build up the courageous, confident, hopeful, cheerful, absolutely certain attitude of mind, which is the only type of mind that can readily succeed in all endeavors. Once this happens, evidence of the workings of the newly found power begin to manifest, and a person feels lifted up in a strange and wonderful way. It's as if being carried forward by invisible powers to success. It is as though some impelling force is pushing you in the back and urging you forward to the goal of your endeavor. This is why persistence and perseverance with affirmations is so important. Make affirmations to suit your own particular needs. For example, if you are anxious, overworked, and inclined to wear yourself down, and rush and stress and get your own nerves and everyone else's on edge, affirm as follows: I am perfectly calm, cool, and collected. I refuse to get excited or flustered. I work quietly and methodically. I am the epitome of tranquility and ease, and everyone around me is comforted by that. Then mentally picture yourself in a very calm, cool, and collected way, without hurry, fluster, or excitement. This affirmation constantly impressed on the subconscious mind will ease and comfort you, and assist in your days being much better in consequences and conditions. If, on the other hand, you are inclined to be a procrastinator, lazy, or lethargic, affirm as follows: I am the personification of productivity and energy. I am busy from morning until night. I am inventive, creative, and highly motivated. People that see me are astounded with my level of achievements. Then picture yourself hard at work, doing good work, and serving others with a happy smile on your face. This affirmation, constantly impressed on the subconscious mind, will help you vastly in enabling you to stick with your tasks and keep sticking to them day after day. With this knowledge of positive affirming comes the power by which any person can overcome any weakness or unwanted condition. It is a key to unlock every door in life, a gateway to the unlimited treasure house of the universal mind. By the use of this wonderful power, we can turn failure into success, sorrow into joy, sickness into health, mediocrity into genius. To you all things are possible, strength of purpose, the joy of achievement, all the glories of life of self-mastery. To you it is given to taste of the delights of heaven while still on earth. For heaven and hell are within each of us. They are but mental states. To the person who attains to the dazzling height of self-mastery, to the person who can stand erect and unafraid and untroubled by the things that trouble the hearts of many, to the person who is master of his passions his emotions, his circumstances, and his life, overcomes himself, and overcomes the world, and all its treasures are poured at his feet. Dear listener, all this is for you. Persevere with your affirmations and practice visualization, and you can never fail to succeed. For further impression on the mind and increased condition in your life, try the following affirmation and meditate on it when possible. In the future, I'm going to close my eyes to the imperfections of other people and endeavor only to see their good points. Everyone has good traits in his or her character. Even the hardest case has a soft spot. Therefore, in the future, I will look only for the good traits and the soft spots. In everyone, I will endeavor to see something to admire and respect. But I will not stop with people. I will also look for the good in every circumstance, in every difficulty, and every failure. I will look for the good in every blade of grass, in every opening flower, in the wind that blows, and the sun that warms my cheek. Rain or shine, I will see good in everything, see perfection underlying all that is. Out of this will grow a new sympathy, a more extensive and embracing love, a larger and wider consciousness, for everyone and everything are my brothers. Each forms a part of the one whole. We are one with one another and the universal life and mind, of which we each form an individual part. Continue to use these types of positive affirmations to get your subliminal mind to solve your problems. Do not be disheartened by failures. Simply try again until you succeed. Hold a continual vision of glorious health, prosperity, success, love, and eternal youthfulness before your mental eyes, and watch your outer world transform to match it.